All right, I want to give you a tip on hanging TVs. All right, especially if it's a big TV and you got a wall here. First thing you want to do is center it or eye it where you want it, depending your view of the TV. Now, my center of the room is between these two boxes. So I go straight up, and this is where the hookup is, the contractors put in. But guess what? I don't find no stud where I need to mount the bracket for the TV. So I got my stud finder, okay? I got one right here, which is not even close to those boxes. Keep going. You should get one next to this box, right? Nothing. Oh, I got it on this one. Now, if you follow that down, it's next to that outlet, okay? So that makes sense. So I have a stud on that outlet, but this outlet here, or call it a receptacle, doesn't have a stud next to it, which means they put these boxes in afterwards. It's one of those type of boxes that just gets mounted onto the sheetrock. So I can't rely on figuring out that there's a stud on each side. There is none. So I have one about here. Besides using this, I like using the magnet stud finder, which finds the nails or the screws. So I have one over here. So sometimes you gotta move around until you find a screw. Come on, I know there is one here somewhere. Hey, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I see a screw, oh, there you go. All right, so just to confirm, what my stud finder found, this magnet found as well. So I'm from here, so just remember, a little bit off of that. The next one, there's nothing here. It's lined up with that bottom one. So if I keep going over, I should, no, I found it right there. Okay, so I have a stud here and a stud about here. That's more than 16 inches. So what happened here? In between, there's no stud. Now, if you have one of these type of brackets for the TV, which only has 2 bolts and it's vertical, guess what? I can't get it centered to the room. You know, even if it's a little bit off center, say a little bit in between, that's fine. But what am I supposed to do now? I got a stud on this side, stud on that side, but I need to be centered of the room. Either you got to figure, well, we're gonna have to compensate and just go one side or the other. The other thing you can do is get a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, okay? Just enough to span the 2 studs and mount that plywood. Then you can put your mounting plate onto that piece of plywood. That way you know you're secure. So remember, it's a big TV and it's heavy. Don't rely on anchors. Please do not put anchors in sheetrock thinking it's gonna hold. All right, so just as I mentioned, you can use a stud finder, you can use a magnet, you can even try to look at the wall with a flashlight and try to find where the nails or the screws are, to find where the studs are. All right, one of these methods will help you find a stud, but make sure you grab a stud if you're gonna hang something heavy. All right, thanks for watching. I hope these tips help you out on your journey on hanging heavy TV sets. Thanks for watching.